This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I wish for everyone a wonderful and productive day. And in the news this morning for December 15, 2022, woman killed and daughter shot in home attack. A St. James woman was killed at her Mount Kerry home on Wednesday and her daughter injured after gunmen forced their way inside the house and opened fire at the occupants. 53-year-old Melvin Cross was killed in the incident, which took place in a section of the community called the York Bush. Police reports indicated that about 10:30 a.m., Cross was at home with relatives when the attackers barged inside and opened fire, hitting her and her daughter. Cross's youngest son and her daughter-in-law reportedly ran from the house during the attack and were chased by the men. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, it was discovered that Cross had been shot to death. Her daughter, who was also shot multiple times, was rushed to a medical facility where she was admitted in critical condition. A joint police-military team launched a search of the area in a bid to locate the young man and the female who had fled the house. After more than 2 hours of searching, Cross's son was found hiding in bushes with minor injuries. Her daughter-in-law had managed to make her way to the adjoining community of Anchovy through rugged terrain where she was assisted by the police and reunited with her family. Mount Kerry residents told the news that Cross is the mother of Anthony Angus, who had been named as a person of interest by police investigators probing a double murder in York Bush over 2 months ago. Residents are hoping that the police will step up their presence in the area, which remains tense. Daughter gets probation after altercation with a mother over sexual preferences. A daughter was given 1-year probation in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, accused of assaulting her mother after they had an altercation about their daughter's sexual preferences. The accused, Shari Williams, stood before Senior Parish Judge Lorian Cole Montague and pleaded guilty to the offense of assault occasioning actual bodily harm. The allegations are that on October 20, the complainant was attacked by her daughter after returning home from the family court, where she made a report about Williams. She was allegedly hit with a mop stick during the incident. Explaining the cause of the altercation, the complainant told the court that she went to the family court because she didn't think Williams was doing a good job raising her 2 daughters. She added that they have also been arguing because Williams carried a woman to the house to sleep with, and she believed that Williams is not setting the right example for the children. Making it known that she has nothing against the other woman, the complainant stressed that she is a Christian and her daughter needs to set a good example for her children. Aiming to clarify her action, Williams told the judge that she didn't hit her mother with a mop stick, but instead she boxed out her hand. "Somehow we need to start pray. Some curse fall on young people and them no know why. That's your mother," the judge chided. After hearing both parties' testimonies, the judge informed Williams that she will be the subject of a probation order for 1 year. Man fined $80,000 for attempting to bribe cop. A man who was dragged before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday for attempting to bribe a police officer after he was allegedly trying to steal a cell phone from a woman's bag was fined $80,000 or 12 months imprisonment. The man, Shamar Christie, stood before Senior Parish Judge Lorian Cole Montague to answer to the charges of unlawful possession of property, attempted bribery, and the possession of an offensive weapon. He was also sentenced to 10 days in prison after pleading guilty to possessing a ratchet knife. The allegations are that on November 21, the investigating officer, along with the other police officers, observed Christie putting his right hand in the knapsack of a woman who was entering a taxi. He was seen removing an item that the police officers could not clearly see due to their distance away from Christie. The court was told that the officer noticed that Christie dropped the item at a section of a grill that was affixed to the top of a wall, then he walked away. Christie was approached and held by the police officer. It was revealed that a blue cell phone was retrieved from the location. Additionally, the court was told that when he was held by the police officer, Christie told the lawman that he would give him $50,000 and he would top it up and just call it a day. Speaking on the nature of the offenses, Cole Montague described them as a threat to the public. Christie was not sentenced for the offense of unlawful possession of property. Instead, he is to return to court on January 16. It is also expected that an additional charge of larceny is to be added. The court also made a fingerprint order for Christie. St. Catherine man pleads guilty to being a member of a gang. A St. Catherine man is to be sentenced next year after pleading guilty to gang-related charges in the St. Catherine Circuit Court on Tuesday. He is 24-year-old Elizabeth Smith, unemployed of Old Harbor, St. Catherine. When Smith appeared before Justice Bertram Morrison, he pleaded guilty to being a member of a criminal gang, benefiting from a criminal gang, and participating in a criminal gang. He was ordered remanded and is to be sentenced on January 11, 2023. The charges against Smith stem from a 2018 investigation by detectives from the St. Catherine South Police Division into the activities of the Sparta Gang in Old Harbor in the parish. Cabbies want more time to pay traffic fines. Some taxi operators are not satisfied with the terms of the traffic ticket amnesty announced by the government on Monday, arguing that the month-and-a-half window to pay outstanding fines is too short. On Tuesday night, the government pledged to wipe from the slate all infractions committed on February 1, 2018. It also said that if outstanding tickets were paid by January 31, 2023, the merit points generated after February 1, 2018 would be expunged. On Wednesday, taxi operators remained livid after lobbying for a payment plan to be implemented to spare drivers who had racked up several tickets ahead of the implementation of the new Road Traffic Act next February. They contended that they should have been given at least 3 months to make the payment. Leroy Hewitt, who plies a route from downtown Kingston, argued that he and many of his colleagues have numerous responsibilities and demands for the festive season and cannot pay all their outstanding tickets in under 2 months. We have families to feed. We have the owners of the cars to pay. We have light bill, water rate, everything. So it's kinda hard, he told the news while scanning the surrounding for potential passengers. It's not that we don't want to pay the tickets, but sometimes at the end of the day, we have no money. The money is finished, and when we go to court, them are charged with twice, all 3 times the amount. So where will we find it at the court if we couldn't find it at the time for the tax office to get paid? He argued that taxi operators in downtown Kingston have it particularly difficult. The authorities are not finding somewhere proper for us to park, so they keep giving us ticket on ticket on ticket, Hewitt complained. Another operator, Nickel Bowen, said that while he was happy for the partial relaxation, he also wished there had been more time. It's Christmas now and we have our families to buy gifts for, and our daily expenses. Although work around now, not all of us can save enough to pay all the tickets off by January 31. We still have bills and other things to do. Children to return to school in January. Christmas money to give them to enjoy themselves and them things there, Bowen said. On the other hand, fellow taxi operator Andre Smith was fine with the timeline. Smith, who plies the downtown to halfway tree route, described the announcement as a good thing. A long time them to do something like that. Now the taximan them can get to pay off them little outstanding tickets where them have. Are the greatest thing that could ever happen, he told the news. Yesterday, Edgerton Newman, president of the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services, said his organization is pleased with the government's latest announcement. The major challenge is that persons now have less than 50 days to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to the government, as some motorists or operators have in excess of 1,000 outstanding tickets, many of which are tickets paid already but have returned as unpaid, Newman said, pointing to possible kinks in the system. It must be clearly noted that the commuting public will have challenges come February 2023, as many drivers will not be able to pay their outstanding traffic tickets. He warned, however, calling for the time to be extended. Newman added that there would be further disruptions if public transport operators have to continue working with limited bus stops, causing them to receive unwarranted traffic tickets. This is a warning. The system must be fixed, he said. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.